Hello, and welcome to a demonstration of EazyML's regulatory compliance check feature. EazyML is an AutoML platform that specializes in responsible AI. EazyML automates the entire modeling lifecycle, enabling you to quickly and easily derive insights from your data and build highly accurate predictive models that are explainable. Unlike other machine learning models, such as ChatGPT, EazyML features software to prevent hallucinations, making it a trustworthy source of information. EazyML is built on transparency and trust, allowing you to implement responsible AI practices. EazyML's generative AI accelerators allow for the use of Gen AI in many use cases, from pharma to financial services to retail. EazyML can be used to perform regulatory compliance checks to ensure that an internal policy does not violate legal regulations. Legal regulations can be hundreds of pages long, so the use of EazyML saves huge amounts of time for humans. EazyML could also check for hidden bias in the documents to prevent more subtle violations. Bias can be damaging, as it places some groups of people at an advantage and others at a disadvantage. EazyML checks for bias by association, catching it, even if the bias was accidental. For this demonstration, we will be acting as a telecom company whose policy needs to comply with FCC regulations. Here is our sample policy, and here are the FCC regulations. Please note that all documents you see here are publicly available. As you can see, the FCC regulations are over 500 pages long. It would take a human a long time to comb through all of them, and there is also a risk that the human might miss things. Enter EazyML. By uploading the regulations and company policy to EazyML, it can check for any violations and provide a report on them in a clear and easy-to-understand format. To use this feature, you will first need to log in to the Regulatory Compliance Check portal. You can do so by first going to products.easyml.com or using the QR code in the bottom right corner of the screen. Then, scroll down to where you see a section called Regulatory Compliance Check. From there, click the arrow and then the portal button to be taken to the portal. Once there, use your login information to sign into the portal. If you see here, there's an option to upload your regulatory document. You'll want to upload the document here and it'll be initialized. This will take a few seconds. Once it's initialized, you can go to the Select Uploaded Regulations tab and select it from the dropdown. On the other side, you can upload your company's policy document. There's also an option to enable advanced compliance with bias. For now, we'll leave it unchecked, but we'll come back later to demonstrate its functionality. To get your results, click Analyze. You will be taken to a page with a compliance report. This dashboard lists features including a total compliance score, the number of issues found, and the number of compliant clauses. You can also see over here a summary with the risk based on the compliance score. There is also additional information like this graph, which shows the categories of regulations and the percent that they are met in the document. If you click View PDF, you can see a PDF of the document you uploaded. Here, it's the same as the original, except all the text is in green. This means that the text follows the legal regulations. If they did not, they would be in red instead of in green so that you could easily tell what text is violating the regulations. If we go back to the main page, you can also click the Listen Audio button to get a summary of the results. Now, we will demonstrate the bias check functionality. If we click Restart, we can go back and reselect and re-upload our documents. I'll select Enable Advanced Compliance with Bias and click Analyze. As you can see, the compliance score has gone down. This means that EazyML detected bias in the document. To get a more clear explanation, you could click the video here, which will describe the results. Here's a sample.
Today, we're taking a closer look at the content compliance of a document titled Crowdsourced Data Reveals Depth of U.S. Digital Divide. The goal is to analyze whether the way information is presented aligns with federal telecom regulations. Our focus here is on the concept of association. This means examining how certain ideas are repeatedly linked together. In this case, we identified clear patterns. Urban areas are associated with higher income, dense infrastructure, strong signals, and high-speed 5G. On the other hand, rural areas are linked with lower income, sparse infrastructure, weak signals, and slower 4G fallback.
The results are also summarized in a PDF document. The PDF includes multiple tables that describe what words are associated within the document, some other characteristics that these may be associated with, and word pairings that might be considered sources of bias. You can see which regulations the bias is violating along with a citation. EazyML's regulatory compliance check feature increases efficiency by reducing the time necessary to check policies against legal regulations. It does so in a transparent and explainable manner, allowing humans to easily check its conclusions. For more information, please reference our website or contact us at info@easyml.com. Thank you for watching.